Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Today I will discuss the equity aspect in the soccer league, and not only soccer league, in the soccer football issue in the United States of America, where you have a women soccer league and you have a men soccer league, like you have a NBA and you have a WNBA for women. Now women in these sports, they want equal pay. That means they want to do something they think do as good as the men and be paid the same amount as the man. That is, let's say, I'm going to give you an example. Spain is a good team, football team, right? And let's say they have a league for women. They want the national team of Spain, the women, to be paid as the men when they go and play somewhere else. And if the men win something, a trophy, and they get money, the money will be split between the men's league and the women's league equally. This is what's going on here. I will make a lot of analogies and give you a lot of examples regarding this mental illness. So that's called equal pay agreement. So it says how the USMNT Qatar run has financially benefited the US WNT more than ever. Okay, US men national team, okay, in Qatar run has financially benefited the US women national team. So guess what? More than ever, due to this beautiful landmark equal pay agreement. So the US men national team in soccer, football, had a big day on Tuesday, beating Iran 1-0 to advance to the round of the 16 at the World Cup in Qatar. It was also a big day for the United States women national team, who did not do shit. Okay, their World Cup may not kick off until 2023, the women's, but they're finally being paid like the world-class athletes that they are. If you were, you would have been paid because you deserved it. They say, we deserve it, we do the same job, we should be paid the same. Okay, that's what you say. Let me make some explanations. So making it to the knockout round of the World Cup guarantees the US men national team a prize of at least $13 million. And since World Cup payouts are being split down the middle between the US men national team and US women, due to the landmark equal pay agreement, they didn't do anything about it, the women, by the way, struck between the U.S. Women National Team Players Associations and the U.S. Soccer Federation earlier this year, each team is now guaranteed to receive $6.5 million. Isn't that fantastic? Yes. Now, let's discuss this, how equity works. This is a thing about equity, okay? Equal pay. Make it equal. For the same quality? No. I watched and it's online. You can watch I think it was the women's national team. They played some teenage boys and they lost by far. And that's the level. Now, how do you get paid? Let's go to A, B, C, D. How do you get paid as a sports person? Okay? So I'm a good athlete. I'm a soccer player. Okay? And I suck. What does that mean? I'm going to play to a sucky team. And people come and see if I play well. If I play like shit, nobody's going to get me in anywhere else. So I'm going to be in a sucky team and I'm going to retire as a sucky player. If I'm a good player, that means quality. Okay? That means someone's going to see me and say, that's a good player. I can buy this guy, I'm going to get it to my club and he's going to play and we're going to win. Win means what? Fame and money. Where does money come from? Sponsors. Why would people sponsor? Because people watch the commercials, the sponsorship, right? And then they will buy the product. They get exposed to that. That's why people have here, I don't know, Coca-Cola. So people, when they see the soccer player, they see Coca-Cola. So they most likely will be influenced by that. Psychologically, we know that works. You're going to buy Coca-Cola more than Pepsi in that town. That should be the rule. So now, if you deserve to go over there, there's going to be a lot of sponsors. Now, if you play with quality, if you're a good player, people would look at you, right? And you should deserve to be sponsored, right? And then when you get better and better, you get moved from this to another team to another team. Now, what do you want to watch? You want to watch a crappy game or you want to watch a quality game? What's the difference between a crappy and a quality? How well those guys play. What are their skills? The value. Now, if this is a crappy team, I'm not going to look at it. If I'm not going to look at it, that means the advertisers will not advertise. They will not have sponsors. That means the team will not have money as much as a good team to pay their players, obviously, right? So these guys will be paid less than these guys for the performance. Nobody's watching you. You provide a crappy service. Why should I watch it? If you want to watch at a crappy, which is soccer game is crappy compared with men. Why? Quality. If you like it because you like it, that's your choice. People vote with watching it. They don't like it. They like the other one. Oh, it's misogynist. Bullshit. Keep your thing, then go. Bye. Conversation is over right there. So I'm watching things. That's why I'm watching Chicago Bulls when it was Michael Jordan, and I didn't watch another team. I don't know what other team I can mention. I don't know, Louisiana Losers or something. Why? Because it was Michael Jordan. He was doing something fantastic each and every game. I enjoyed it. It was fantastic. It was like an artistic thing. Why should I waste my time with someone who's boring? Would you watch a boring entertainer? No. Why do you watch an entertainer? For the same reason. Because it entertains you. It gives you something of quality. And then the applauses should be the reward and the ticket that you pay to enter. If the entertainer is boring, which he should not be because his job is to be entertaining, then you don't go and see it. Then who's going to come and see this guy? Nobody. That means he's not going to make money. Understand? So that's the same thing with soccer. I don't watch soccer played by women because they are slow, they don't have endurance, they don't have physicality, they don't have things that I like. So I'm not watching them. I'm watching, and most people watch the other thing. They like performance. If you put a men team against a women team, they will win 100-0. I guarantee you. Men national team versus women national team, 100-0. Quality is expressed, correct? Correct. So why should I watch non-quality? And why should I be paid the same for a crappy job? No quality, you're losing. And in sports is about winning, right? Winning. And how do you win? Being crafty, being good, being skillful, right? So there you have it. That's why these guys are paid more, because they have more value and people watch them, and when they watch them, the sponsors know that people watch them, and they go and sponsor, and they put their commercials over there, and they put their billboard, so we little fish see it, get in our brains, and when you go to the store, I like that one, but you don't know why. Because of that. That's how we function. So now the American team went to play soccer. It qualified to the knockout stage to something of quality. Because I can make tomorrow, let's say, the world tournament for people, I don't know, I'm going to insult someone, but I don't care. People with no legs, and they play soccer. Let's put it this way. All right, would you watch that? I wouldn't. I'm honest. And then that league, with people with no legs playing soccer, they will demand equal pay as the women and the men. And you would wonder, what the fuck? What's the quality? Why would I watch that? I say, equal pay for equal job. But that's not equal job, because you suck compared with these guys. I'm talking about women playing against men. So that is leveling, equity. That means take from some that deserve it to give to some that don't deserve it, and they gonna have equal pay. When I came to United States here, in United States colleges, university, when you go to university, how do you go to university? Here in the United States, you present certain, SAT scores, and you write a few papers and all that. So you show value, and it's individual. You don't give that written by your brother or your uncle or your girlfriend, right? And you don't do it together. Hey, you know what? These are our SATs together, and this is our essay here together, and this is us together. You don't come as a team. Why is that? Because you get admitted based on your personal performance, not as a team. So when you get to college, you're supposed to perform, and you're gonna have at the end of the year, on the end of when you graduate, you're gonna have a final grade, right? And what's that? I can't even remember how we call it. Let me remember it. GPA, my God. Anyway, you got a GPA, grade, whatever. All right, GPA, that's what you get. And based on that, you are at the top of the class, you're in the dean's list, or you graduate with summa cum laude, or with this and that. Why? Because they recognized you are a good student. You are a good student. That means when you go to find a job, they want good students, not crappy students that drag their feet in college, right? Because they say something about you. And when you graduate. You don't graduate with everybody, because you're not going to go with that everybody to get a job. Otherwise, it would be a general GPA for everybody, for the whole class. But it's not. It's just for you, because it's you in life. It's not us in life. All right. So I went here to college, to the United States, and they love doing this. They do team projects. What does that mean? They know that in that classroom there are some people who are not good students, either because they don't have discipline, or they're not endowed with much intelligence. Nevertheless, because here universities are mainly businesses, that means you pay, and I should pass, and I should pass the class. And therefore I'm going to go again, I'm going to pay. Otherwise, if I don't pay, I lose that spot. And the university loses a taxpayer, right? So it's a business here. That's what it is. So they try to pull everybody out. And how do they do it? They get and assign certain things, certain people, and so on. Sometimes randomly, sometimes they pick them in order to have, let's say, a team of 5 people. And those 5 people usually are like in everywhere else. You got 2 hardworking, intelligent people, and you got 3 that are slackers. And what's going to happen? The final grade for the project will be divided will be representative to all 5. So those 2 will work for the other 3, all right? And the final grade will be everybody. So if they say, I don't give a fuck about that, I don't give about my grades, I care about my grades. So these guys are going to work like crazy. These guys are going to be slackers. Direct experience, okay? I know what I'm talking about. And then at the end, this guy's going to get a higher grade, relevant to their value, because they worked for these 3. These don't care. And usually, let's say they take a 2.5, all right? And these guys get 4s all the time. Now, this project, because these guys work, going to get a 4 point. These guys would not have gotten a 4 point in their fucking educational career. But this, because they work with these ones, they're going to get a 4.0. Oh my God, look how great. Was that honest? Was it fair? Was it correct? No, it wasn't. That means leveling. These 3 that did not deserve to get a 4.0, they got a 4.0 because these 3 worked like crazy because they wanted a 4.0. And instead of saying, no, you don't do a team project, because this one happens. You elevated the losers, and you work like crazy for these losers, and they're going to have a 4.0. That's not how it works, because we don't graduate together. I graduated Emil Kosman, you as Gigi Bibi, and you had Mike Coco. That's what it is. It's a competition. And the same here. That's how it is? Basically, those guys have value, because I said you put them together. How do you distinguish value? Put that team against the other team and figure out who's better. And if those guys beat these guys, have a better value, don't they? I mean, come on now. That's what it is. And they are paid the same. It's like you have a crappy entertainer paid the same being in a union with a good entertainer who deserves. And this guy is the 2 guys who work for the 4.0, and the crappy entertainment is the 3 that beat it. Okay? So this is with this landmark equal pay bullshit. Do you agree with that? You agree only if you're the 3 in the 3. If you're the 2, you can't possibly agree. And think about differently. Think of your child. Your child goes to sports. Let's say the child does, gymnastics, for instance. Does gymnastics. And when it does gymnastics, why do you go and you have, scores to know who's the best? And imagine you get the first, second, third, and they got 15 people. You have to say who's the first one, who's the best. And you pay everybody the same? And you give the first place to everybody? No, you give the first place to the best because that person probably works harder, probably is more talented, and was lucky. Okay? And maybe other aspects, but these are the main one. You recognize the quality of the best. Should enjoy more than the person who did not, who doesn't have the same value. Otherwise, what's the incentive? Why do you have competitions then? Why don't you just have recitals where people are saying and they all, yes, the parents, good job, and they're all losers. And then what kind of society will you have? And if the society works like that, why am I not a CEO? Why aren't you a CEO of GM if we are all the same? Let's say you're a CEO today, I'm a CEO tomorrow, Gigi is a CEO the next day, and so on. Make it equitable, and we all pay the same. Or why should be a CEO paid millions of dollars? Why not all of us? Why not all the employees at GM be pay the same amount? Because they do different tasks and they're all useful. They're all pool, right? They all have the same value. Well, you're going to say, well, it's a different quality, and oh yeah, really? How about soccer bullshit? And I can talk here hours and hours. It's an unfair system where you take from some and give to others to level it. That's what the communists did in Romania. And they do it. Why? You have a doctor over there, or an engineer, or a director of a company. In Romania, let's say they make about 5,000 lei. And a laborer would make about 4,000, 3,500. The difference was very, very little. Very little. And the difference between probably the abilities, intellectual, and the character and the work ethics was different, like this, but they were paid like this. Do you like that? I don't like that. If you like that, then you know how long you would like that? Until it's done to you. Until you are the one with the 2 and you're not the one in the 3. When you're going to be the one in the 2 and you're going to have the 3, they're not going to do anything, and their job will suck, and you're going to drag your grade down, then you're not going to like it. I guarantee you that, unless you're just not human. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.